guess where we went to next? After all this time, hey, I've taken a bit of a break, okay, from eating, and I've been feeling really miserable and lonely without all these yummy food to enjoy. So we decided to check out the Thai Cuisine Boulevard. Yes, I know the name really doesn't inspire much, considering that Thailand is quite a culturally rich country with a Sanskrit origin, as Sanskrit as their base language, so therefore they have a lot of culture and heritage, and Thai Cuisine Boulevard doesn't really excite you and want to go there, but trust me, it's worth checking out. So anyway, we decided to go to the Thai Cuisine Boulevard, and as spelled out by the name, it offers Thai food. And tell me, who is a good food glut who doesn't love a good Thai feed? Well, yours truly is quite the piggy. So I completely wanted to go check it out, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to do that after my lengthy break of about 2 or 3 weeks of not eating yummy food. So anyway, so that is where we headed off to next, to the Thai Cuisine Boulevard with its unoriginal name, but never mind that, to check out what they were cooking up in their kitchens and their woks. So where is the Thai Cuisine Boulevard located? Down a boulevard? No, most certainly not, because in true typical Sri Lankan fashion, we like giving fancy names to things that aren't really that. So your thoughts of Santa Monica, California Boulevard, chuck them out the window, man. Because this little boulevard is located down the arse end of Queens Road. That's right. So you have the lovely long stretch of Queens Road opposite the university. And this is down that little bit that leads to the former cricket club location and Gallery Cafe around the end, Patakano somewhere there, and then that all squiggly mishmash of Alfred House Avenue, Alfred House Garden, Queens Road, and you have to do a little round the mulberry bush to get there. But so yes, so the Thai Cuisine Boulevard is technically in Colombo. Location-wise, it's pretty good. Bit of a pain to get there because of the one-way scenario, but in terms of a boulevard, I'm sorry, darling, there's no boulevard there. So that is a bit of a misleading term, but let's just say for artistic impression's sake, they wanted to call it the Thai Cuisine Boulevard. So yeah, that's where it is. But yeah, decent location, so not an issue to get. So the logo of the Thai Cuisine Boulevard is some flowery looking Thai motif. I think it's a traditional Thai motif. I have no clue what it means. And then the words Thai Cuisine Boulevard. So really not that exciting, not very inspirational. Surely the name is too long to begin with. It's not a frigging boulevard anyway, so it's just annoying me. But I mean, it's a lovely little motif. So it's like a little punkalasa kind of, like a sexy curvy thing. But what it really means, the significance of it doesn't really come through. And because even the font used in the words Thai Cuisine Boulevard, they're very oriental-like, so they're trying to get in the brush strokes of the East Asian scripts, right? So too much going on there. So very so-so logo, not so great. I'm not doing pirouettes about anything. So yeah. So ambience-wise and atmosphere-wise, so when you walk in, so it's all glass. I mean, the name Boulevard, again, Boulevard is annoying me. So you walk in, it's just glass paneling outside, so you can see inside the restaurant. So really no privacy, man, okay? So don't go there with some, horror catch of yours. You're just gonna get caught, sunshine. The other beauties walking down the street. So it kind of contrasts a bit because the seating is more like, the old school kind of Thai upholstery, silken, woven, like, cushy, like chintz kind of comfy chairs, thick set, wooden tables, a basic lighting. It wasn't dim as such, it wasn't very bright, so more warm lighting. It didn't really do much for me. You're coming in to eat Thai food. Maybe you get a bit of a smell of the Thai food, but ambience-wise, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't something that really made an impression on me. Like, I'm not thinking about it now. Menu-wise, I must say the Thai Cuisine Boulevard had quite an extensive menu. So again, in a wooden kind of outer frame, and they had lots of options. So they had appetizers, they had soups, they had meats, so basically pork, beef, chicken, seafood, crab, cuttlefish, prawn, vegetable. They had noodles, rice, so quite an extensive menu, and trust me, it wasn't easy picking from there because see, lots of Thai food is really tasty, and I was of course very greedy to try a lot. Quite a good menu, good selection. So to the food and the appetizer. So I decided to try the deep fried marinated chicken in pandan leaves served with a chili tamarind sauce. Now pandan leaves, for those of you who don't know, is good old rampe, yeah, a la Thai. So pandan leaves wrapped chicken is kind of like a very famous Thai dish, and I thought, okay, let me check it out, and it sounded yummy, right? So deep fried, marinated, and so these nice little lumps of pandan leaves turned up at our table, and I unwrapped it quite greedily, and I found bits of chicken. They seem to have like cut up the chicken up along with some corn. Yes, corn. So bits of corn with the chicken, and for some reason, I don't know why they put in the corn, because see, corn can take over flavors, and that's exactly what it did with the chicken. So I couldn't really taste the nice marinade of the chicken. The chicken was nicely crispy and charred on the edges, which was great. The corn gave the corn taste it gives. And that chili tamarind sauce was really quite nice because it was quite earthy in its own way. It had like a nice spicy kind of pungency, because I think the chili and the tamarind had like really mixed well. So it was quite not strong, but I would say like a earthy kind of flavor. So it was a really nice mix. It would have been really nice with just plain chicken. It was a good starter, but ruined by some unnecessary corn. You know, like that caterpillar that's eating all the corn plantations, a bit like that. It ruined this dish, so I wasn't too excited. So I started off with a mocktail, because they didn't have cocktails or any alcohol. The perfect virgin Daiquiri, which is actually the perfect virgin because it was supposed to be pineapple, frozen strawberries with lime juice and strawberry sorbet. I don't know how the hell that ever worked out, but I was curious to check it out. So I got like a drink which was like this pineapple juice and a little wedge on the side, and this like pinky orange thing floating there, which I assumed was a sorbet. I don't know where the frozen strawberries was, and I asked that guy, the dear server, you know, are there actual frozen strawberries? And he's like, yeah, and yeah, I couldn't find them. And then I finally swirled and swerved and mixed in that sorbet, and oh my god, I got the worst possible rancid eek flavor one could ever imagine. Frozen strawberries gone south, and not in a good way, let me tell you. Oh my gosh, it was horrid. Yuck, it was like narak strawberries. Like you could just like, it's like, you know, sour and not in a good way either. Ugh. So trust me, it was a perfect virgin, not a perfect virgin daiquiri. I don't know where they got that definition of daiquiri and how they make it, but it was really quite horrid. So while we were deciding on our mains, the nice server guy, who was sweet, he was smiling, he came and recommended jumbo prawns. That's their specialty dish for the day. And then he said you can select how it's prepared. So we were going through the different styles, and he said the chili paste is the most common, but then we realized we had ordered other stuff that didn't have a gravy, and we said okay, we'll go with the red curry. And I must say that red curry was brilliant. It had the best balance of the lemongrass and the kaffir lime leaves coming together, and the gravy was nice and thick, not too thick, just right. The prawns were quite tasty, maybe slightly overdone, maybe could have been a little less, but still it didn't matter because that gravy just made up for it. So it was a fabulous curry and also beautifully presented. So I must say that was a super choice, and kudos to them for pulling that off, because that was like for me the highlight of the night. So another dish we ordered was the fried pork with basil and crispy garlic. Now, I love a really good done pork dish, and basil really complements a lot of different food items. And I didn't really realize this, but of late I've been eating a lot of Thai food, through like a lot of authentic places, and you don't realize how versatile basil is. A lot of us know it in Italian cuisine, but it's used so much in Thai cuisine, and it is brilliant. So I was really looking forward to this, but unfortunately, like, I think the pork came late because it wasn't hot when I ate it, right? And this was like supposed to be like fried pork. It was tasty, it was nice, and the basil had been like crisped and put on top along with the garlic, but it wasn't hot. When it's like hot and you just want to eat it, this is like put the cold, like, somebody had forgotten about it and left it, like, it's like having a cold coffee. It's like it's lost its oomph in it. That heat gives it that punch and the aroma and the whole experience. So I felt they had kept it on the side for a good half an hour before it came our way, and it didn't have that same punch. So though it tasted nice, it wasn't as good as it could have been. So disappointing. For a vegetable dish, I was looking for something exciting, and of course, the dear server kept recommending kangkong. I know everyone loves kangkong and morning glory. They have it everywhere. I was sick of the damn thing. I wanted something different. So he suggested the eggplant, which is a stir-fried eggplant with sweet basil. I know we're having a lot of basil, but like I told you, it's versatile. So trust me, when this dish came with strips of eggplant, and oh my God, it was such a good dish because the sweet basil really complemented the eggplant really well, and the eggplant was nice and soft, like a nice sauce. And there were like cut up bits of red dried chili, which gave a really nice oomph to the two blends of the basil and the eggplant. So it was a really super dish. Like, you could eat it on its own or like with just plain rice. So I was really glad I tried something different. So I totally recommend the stir-fried eggplant with sweet basil. Such a super option. That is a super dish. Well recommend it. Do try it. So for a rice dish, I wanted to try something a bit different. See, I didn't want to get fried rice because fried rice often ruins the taste of the other stuff you complement it with. So I wanted to try something other than a sticky rice, and they had this Thai coconut rice. And sure enough, I thought it would be like a kiribat, and it was like a kiribat, so basically milk rice. So with rice infused with coconut milk, but this had a slight sweet taste to it, which is interesting because I'm not used to sweet kiribat. Unless you're eating it with, like, I don't know, polpeni or something. I know some people eat it with sugar, but that's desecration on another level. I just love plain kiribat. Nothing beats a good plain kiribat, okay? So for me, this is something interesting, and it is different, but it worked well with the curries. I guess because even Thai cuisine in general has like an element of sweet and sour, and that's what they balance. So it was really interesting to see the coconut milk with the sweetness to it in this rice. So I'm really glad I tried it. It was nice and thick and glutinous, and I love nice and thick and glutinous. Don't think dirty. I'm talking about the Thai coconut rice here, not any other Thai goods. So it was a really good choice, and I suggest those of you who are adventurous in the kiribat department, do try it. So now you think we had a complete meal, right? But listen, we were in a Thai restaurant. And no Thai place is not complete without one trying out at least some of their wok fried noodles, aka things like pad thai. So I wanted to try out the pad thai seafood. It said served in hot plate. Wonder what in hot plate meant, but like in a sizzling dish. And unfortunately, again, the pad thai came not hot. When it's straight off the wok and it's smoking, and that adds really to the flavor. When you're eating it, slightly burning your tongue, getting those smoky flavors in. None of this came through with this pad thai. It was really disappointing for me because it did have the lime, it did have the peanuts, it did have a little bit of the chili paprika kind of powder. But I felt like the flavors weren't coming through, and it wasn't a really good pad thai at all. So unless it's brought hot number one. Secondly, I think it needed more balance of flavors. It lacked that flavor, it lacked that aroma, it lacked that slight smoky excitement that a good pad thai gives. So I wasn't too impressed at all. I ate it in isolation to taste in the full flavors of it, but nah, it was disappointing. It's like, a Durata apple Langata pepper case, where you look at something from afar and you're impressed and you're excited to try it, and then you try it and you're like, oh my god. So for dessert, my favorite part of the evening. Like I said, I was so glad they had like a nice wide selection of stuff, not just lychees and ice cream, fruit salad and some bullshit. I mean, they had the typical mango and sticky rice, sago pudding with coconut cream, banana fritters, fancy ice cream, whatever the that means, coconut with coconut cream sauce or some bullshit like that. There are a lot of coconut desserts in there, but what really caught my eye was the coconut creme brulee. See, I love creme brulee, and if you do creme brulee really right, it tastes so good. And something different like coconut, hey, what the heck? It's Asian in a sense, it's coconut. So I didn't mind trying it out. So, they brought this in like in a little ramekin, and it was a rather interesting decor on top, because see, usually creme brulee is pretty much the sort of, you know, flambéed caramelized sugar on top with maybe one little thing there. So this came like a pattern. So the sugar had like splotches of brown around. I was wondering if they'd like whooped in some ketul treacle, or maybe they just flambéed little bits of it. It was like a pattern of a cow, you know, like, or like some beagle, like patches on it. And then on top of it was a maraschino cherry. Okay, now I love maraschino cherries, right? Because I'm a glut for any almond flavored thing, and that thing artificial as okay, real cherry tastes nothing like that. No cherry of any sorts, darling. So anyway, half a cherry cut with the nata sticking out, then little bits all around. So I first dug into the creme brulee because I wanted to taste what it's like. So it was nicely flambéed, but I think they put too thick a layer of sugar. See, to flambe you just need very little. It was a good dessert, and I'm glad I tried it. So something definitely worth trying out, and something different. Service wise, so okay, the serving staff, so we had a really sweet wait, and I kind of like probed him for information because I'm really naughty like that. No, I was just curious, right? Because I asked if they have a Thai chef, and he said yes, they have a Thai chef. She was a lady who was at Cinnamon Lakeside before. The staff was really nice and friendly. It's just that, so that was the good side of them. The bad side is it took 1 hour for us to get our food. And trust me, it's a Monday night. There aren't that many patrons in the restaurant. Actually, there were quite a few empty tables. It was a slow night. Maybe they were short-staffed. I don't care. They could have apologized. But 1 hour for Thai food. Because listen, Thai food is pretty fast. You make it quick. Because it's all about putting fresh things together. There's no, you know, it's not like making a consommé or something where you're like stewing it for like 6 hours. So the time was just inexcusable. So I think they really could have like upped their game in the time sphere. But the person, like the guy who served, was very sweet, giving me all this unnecessary information. But no, really nice, friendly, offering me suggestions because I kept asking him. And the other guys serving also were nice, but they can be faster, they can be slicker, and they can be more professional. There's also a manager who came and asked us how the food is, spoke to us, which is nice. But speed, they need to work on their speed. Price-wise, I must say the prices were not cheap, but they were not exorbitant either. So I would say a good price, a value for money, because listen, Colombo is pretty expensive these days. Our inflation is soaring higher than any other rate that we have ever measured in here. I think the only thing that's soaring higher than that is people's frustrations, but it's really quite crazy to eat out or even live in Colombo. It's becoming that insane. But price-wise, it wasn't bad. It wasn't exorbitant, so 3 people could eat in under 10,000 rupees, which is great. It's good value for money, and it's not exorbitant, but it's not cheap either. So mid-level, so good pricing. Overall, Thai Cuisine Boulevard, I would say, is a nice Thai experience. It has quite an extensive menu. The food was tasty, though some dishes really could do with improvement. I think it's more to do with the fact that they needed to be served faster. Price-wise, it's also decent. It's not going to, burn a hole in your pocket. Overall, except for those mocktails, that drink, don't ever touch it. The dessert was really good. So I think overall, Thai Cuisine Boulevard is nice. It's a good restaurant to check out, and you should be adventurous because, and where do you think I'm going to go to next? It might be a nice, naughty, dirty night somewhere in a desert. I won't say any more. Stay tuned and catch me as I go check out more yummy food in and around Colombo in this little paradise isle of ours. So stay tuned.